الويسين malungil silsil morar bekkel adre velau abegul adre no sobe iltun inin mera TMC tel chanandori eite tianga ga special talk show lo bentril tigal mo testela adre velau Aitor Yorgit Surang Whipps Junior ma a director finance waise Elway Ikeda sige da ko talk show gid Mr. President rogul adre velala kalwid di mangira tel amnar mula alarm tiro gun mo February 2 sige da agum da sa adre vela kami ni mong komal musula kal wa kanya teme buk metal mo do adre vela mak tingun mo sige de kung olul gon mas kami mam ko ram sa adre ni antino na show gi
ya waise malungil ita sales en morar bekkel adre vela كده مع الشاطئ المحكم غضوك مستريات رابلو لا تطاق سعودي شرا سكنارجي
oy
لا تلقى مرة بلو لون لا تطاق لكن نارا يا كده ل ورا تاسي كده close up project لنا عشان باي ولا لا ولا لا تيانا فيو را تلوات
talwant
ngara blura ibu ora tianga mal one regal historical sites ra blura ngara lo uka maria project ra National Park Service re riere we will restore again basho moya for this year tia tari magim larse of course ngelo bagara ibu ngelo influencer tel stories tel what tel bio tel dio a mal interesting le tianga dio na sedo sing swimming pool mal wak mo la swimming pool embrogo ya Maria bashori longi sinia la morie makase tigana komne sorry la santan makase tia sen amne original continental hotel de la raida no continental hotel la bebula ya Maria swimming pool era mi siri dra sil zendi mangal no ba story ase ahora clave era mamen Narian Whalers el Lertial Blue Mambra ngara mortal sera al me turgera la Blue Mambra se tel what this is
tel what this is
ya no mi se tola se Narian Dul Milul era Noria Aurora Tomangal el garra ambassador que no lora it can move changing kamu butiar mong mali mais
talwat
kasi hayo tsera tara
talwat
di I am proud to tell project lang help pergidra uka lisi tal kibelargi but also at the same time mo sa qara mo gidra history and then at the same time create opportunity of tourism that's mongda mrena sulela minister kutun sali kunistul initiated tel program bengari amutra mga listra ka no se magayid so momrum momrum mora ata mo mruna benjo there are people avadulao so that's what we need to do to be able to provide tourism facilities mutual and help para okay but the other thing and get them out of the tour guides and Narbella at the time, there's 300, over 300, another model. We need to encourage our together. This is an opportunity level. And one of the things, other tourists, a dive guide sales, hiring, dive guide gets paid $100 a day. Now, sometimes I tip $100. Sometimes tourists, benefit one of the things that Minister Education are working on sell malara high school start a certified open water more advanced hopefully if the program stays in place long enough one more sila top them die master guide and then maybe sila helping more instructor we need to see those opportunities and find ways and seize those opportunities and Maria imora other story adam realize arada rela bay no itia school and they have recommend us itia school about it the way Las Vegas and more than 100,000 a year or to the valley. Even at Paramle. Because it's a service industry and it's about providing good service and you get so opportunities are there kita tourism market there kita din ba sa get tip rela ta taxable. Why say so but you know we want to help you know find them opportunities and you know of course this past year the question was we've had our challenges and you know flow and Malgori kita din lang ako choose nga ng ama ng food may choose in invader Ukraine masara lalo mahal and we know this year we had to implement down this year last year we had to implement there's a tax reform and there's a tax reform we have talked three what you say and of course one area the implementation of PGST what is implementation of PGST came in to replace existing taxes that we were paying. Namely, GRT, my import tax. I get the belong amin mo ito. I get replace PGST. We used our economists, I get Mark Stratton and the Ministry of Finance, but they of course it was a World Bank and IMF. And they said, if you implement this new tax regime, probably impact the more will be roughly on average 2%. So if you know one of the first things we did is have implemented change our tax system. We reduced to 12% tax and more 10% for income between 10 and 40,000.
8 and 40.
Because we wanted to make sure that we minimize the impact in other tira you know tira affected things. The other thing and especially tira water metod water Spanish let's find a way by give them a leg up. That means hindi ka plus hindi ka minus. I know like tell PGST maybe another media sa test hindi nga minus. What we're implementing and Elway is going to be doing on February 11 is giving those people a level because sell first the 15,000 income raw ترجع مسوقة 15,000 and below will get all that tax back. They say average of course at first and 8,000 is 6%. So you're getting 6% back. That's way more than 2%. And then from 8,000 and more 15,000 you're getting 10% back. So also my impact at 2%, at least like a 4% or more better off than where you were. Tax refund. And then you're also getting a social benefit. Also extra so those were designed in the system and help other below and more change. But if anything, it helped to get better off. In the media question and answer, well, I'm sorry, tell blue, blue. Maldiwa, I get earnings and I got send more outside the main, let's say on PayPal or YouTube or whatever. More you say, other automatically take 30%. Legaram or all the foreign. Yellow bring the 15%. I mean, they can do what they want. Get a man says, Diablo what? Get el hotar other bela. And what we've done with the tax reform, basically, I'm tial barrao. Tourist, that's exactly what other belong means. That's how you help Palawans get better off. Some misinformation sometimes and it's shared as a electra 17 million last year PGST. You remember, you electra 15 million through GRT and import tax. So yes, there's many extra more funding program just to share and I share that with the OEK because there's supplemental budget that we're passing right now. Hopefully our house of passing is may masina para di mere. Tapos no mes earnings kita tell nombre kada. Kita ko true again expenditure gid. Am 99 million. but we only spent 92 million. And that, within the 92 million, remember 5 million of that was the raise and more local other government, not a state and more national, that got 75 cents per hour increase, or $60 per table. This year, we got a little dolly, another 75 cents or $60 per payday. So in the last 2 years, the government, national, must state, have seen an increase of about $3,000 per person. So really our goal was makarado ngay savings mga prioritize help ranadalen gidam na sa ranalado ng okla tialdola di marami. So we want to make sure other belong is not sinking with the rising tide. By tialbil singel again maran more ba, hopefully doing better off, continuing to move outward. These are things that I think we need to continue to help educate other alumni to understand, discuss. Of course, director of get, ilang mle gotem kita nada nga mral. Kailangan ko lang mo Santa Claus, malagol sa diesel ko. Ngayon mral name may boloro.
Ilan ba director president?
Oh, sure.
Siran otro mo may namot talan da rates at lower state and kamotri.
Two. So 2023, which was October last year, October 2022. October 2023. Additional $60 or 75 cents.
Total na doon raise sa imol ada $6.
No, $1.50.
$1.50 an hour.
Or yes, so $1.50 an hour or $120 per table.
3,000 a year.
And maybe I can just add also. So some of the things that I discussed on Creador already, plus we know we collected a little bit more. Then our tourists have 12,000 the year before, and they jump almost 41,000. And when that jumps, the increased revenue message tara advantage tax system really lang amat ping title to mars. So we see was a sell expected revenue collection was about almost 7 million more than what we collected. So no, more than that. So total nga 14 million sell was surplus last year. What I'm asking out already more to pass our supplemental was it is an emergency. Let's help PPUC. Take care sell ADD loan this year. Let's pay payment at 3 million. Malakad board then legal rates of brother midus will deal on one way, but we consider again more commercial, let them pay the normal rate. At least 2 million. About 3 million, about 4 million, we need to give money and more pension. The one thing that we want to make sure, and we've continued to make sure, I say, stop benefit, more retires. And we also need to look at SS and make sure we do the same thing as help. I also propose two other things, and one, and more will say, let's consider raise as a child subsidy, a benefit and more income level of 30,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe as something that we can consider. A street together between our 15 and 30,000 and give them back the tax they paid on the first 8,000, which is $480 across the board. But giram mo calculate as a monthly earnings up till now, do the projections and say what can we really fund. The proposing as a material and rest maybe other belori retirements. How can we give them a direct assistance and possibly $480 per person? Help I think that's really the purpose of reforming and revising the tax system. Let's make our collections tabsur, more collection, and give dollar and help other developers.
Mi sual ask seguir el cuestión. Ani nga que era tan tamra bru ma un delega kti. Ya couple of days ago agiado do malwa se katengel man makatratang mo lo traudo del Kuamal mo nila kung di na so ka highlight segi. Nagunda so importante bebe na time man di libsa na ay gal look lo mga nang obes ay important. Umra man wasi ado uliore mo kasibe makarang ulong len wasi mo ngang mas aududi. Hindi gal mal wala no mo taklil was hindi gal mal mo total uliore at tingir ko mal waisel. Almost last year yela man mas aududen din so bring that up. At least them highlight ringi before we move on. And then nakadilo kasi ano das lugar ulbi siya nga sa metre lang
tel supplemental budget.
supplemental budget minimum wage.
Okay, tila mal will point.
E del bon mere kan ka director ko ka se mo so al mito mong sa ringi.
Oda sa dami.
Oh,
So
okay.
have
Okay.
except the finish is mara la Santa Claus ito para yun. Ito
Why say?
lang na Christmas para Santa Claus na Valentine.
Okay. Ay ka
Di ang malungil itasil sa president mabira mal surati al. Malungil itasil sil mar beklaan mo si iloreng cert lo mes oreng certiang. Waigel lamadung makuram la to del subdo lo hace February 12. El mo 16 lo mes el mo disperse saigel refund trigel other belo lururior sura 15,000 meri alubang gigre 15,000 ra 2023. Ulgo mo ka ni other belaw orior sura salary يقول تروقل من هالار سيل salary tax so هذا دي مغتقليل واسه salary tax تيجي ذا هالار نيرا دي قلب اسل tax ان دي سيل reform سيل هذا شيء بي ان binary reduce rate را سيل من 12% يقدر لي المو واسي سيل لذو ذم را دلون لي 8000 المفوري امو 10% وقدي المو را 2023 ملارنيا reduction rate را per paycheck هذا مدين قرانيا دي القرى الدو ذو رانكس ما غير الواسي قال لونغ لم لا مولا نيرا قتلو لم امور لوتري دي شو هذا قوت هذا مقتقليل واسي سيل ذا سيس بقدر ريدوس ريت مغانيا تلقي الافكت رنجي مرا بيج بير بيج ان دي كده اومس قرر نيرا هذا قال مال اكشي ولا القرر نيرا مول مو اندراق اتريجل 15 المليون اي قال والقوم قملة أورير سي ريبتر سيجيد من أدر بيلا ريبتر سيجيد سير روجيل تاكس البلاد دكتور نير سير راح دولوتو 100% ترسل تاكس البلاد دكتور نير سيجيد لو تشاطر نير بريسيدنت ترجعيد الريت عندي يوم من نيل واسين سيل رانغليل سيل تاكس البلاد دكتور نير مولوت 100% عندي سيل
اتلان سيل تاكس الملغوب تربيتشر لا
وايسي
كما ما تاكي مسي بقى دي سيت كما مرغو يبلو مهارة أستوى ولا بقول بس يجابوا تريفان
وايسي
هذا ما تقليل
وايسي
يجي الجيل دي
وايسي
no stupid question من سؤال make sure the address
وايسي كمان مسؤولنا قدر ديريغل ملا غير من ديريغل تل الموت المغتقليل واسي سيل تياجي القوق تلت اللي ريفاند عمل لي مرتريال الهارر سيل ويتس اند سالري تاكس القوم اول ما هارر ني قالوا ريور مسؤول سالري ما تقدم الذي ضغط رنيرا بقلب بيتشيخ بس كده so وقوم قادر بيلال نار سيجيد الكاتيجوري دي سو قالوا الموت المتقلي 2023 reduced the rate ان دراير قدر يفندر سيرو جيل تقسيم ندير الوايسيل غير الواسي تيقرا تلقي بالغرا بالسي ليفل دي شغل دير لو ايس الواسي جيل اقول من غير دير instead را دي غدا دكتورني vai entrar ir gadoluti ese min policy question dig global goal wasi kida umral wasi ada auror ngani tel promote ngani tel ngwa increase من سؤال الممر غارق قد مثال وسنت انجل مرال من سوق التيام مقد مكشور واسي انس المو بقطوت المرنجل ادل سبيرين يمشي
Maybe it's the direct do lil wasin. Direct tara issues sometimes you gotta face. Arado urol sometimes in two very.
ماشي
Deduction martelli more 6%. Imurasan urol 6%. Nigga am doing say 6% for the first 8,000 and sell ang lakarsin ukir el jump on 10%. Sell bolendra iren adamna el bora tax at na find out to set gam na song sa gel blen haram ngirin mo harawni.
I see.
That's why you know a system rule wise say bay minum haraw so mga especially hindi fund like orgale bay mari tira ulula pomoni.
I see.
So this is a way to help people and anyway it's something that's practiced everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Ablura real sa system. Tel tax degal best tax it's always been there.
I see. So last year ma 2022 mo karo di mo harangi. And di 2022 ma 2023 di mo mga refund. Di so kaldi maktil mo tel mga taklilo ase February 12 mo 16 kadam lato ba sub den mo ko spare sale center amyun so o din ko di ka loreng sa
Center ang yun.
sel community center malubong youth center nga scotch amyun so
Oh, sila nga Scotch.
why say kadulto sa sub hindi ka malmol mo ko oreng sa wasay al sum nga nya biotol al mutulungil vasyol available sa idel morngi talgib el mobiyot ra dangu
Ikaw mo uwal.
e kado ice o mo kada
No, gawara gila a gym at least for 1 day.
why say el sel gora mo why say kado sig sel malbot medic plutel di ospirat el di diregal so di lo asay al sum mo rep te tagi del refund 15,000 oreng sa mo sem rong sitiam e di the water klilo asen di kablun apply ang idil form di kablun on fill a form di kablun vera tax en me fill a babier amal di mingir sel disbursement date ading arle ma di mesa w turgaw e wasel sum ka abdu them total wages mal sum le to w turga goda ke chus wasel 15,000 medio e gadi mercel disbursement sel vol tema del maros di sel omega ngachege sign form ngan kada so dal mo tak lendri gal ngani sel tra refund del dibl ol mlaringil dir kamra dir kada wa dir gal tergib lo ngania agol el wase ngana mang tergib el meuda en so dal osped dilungil explain alla ablol wasing within 30 days ko refund agel nagamsa da agel refund ra agel contribute al manan profit alu ko harat tuition claim back up to 10% ra sel taxela salary ko hindi atara da real dul dakyar gidamle ese introduce sel taxpayer charter la still promise ra otherwise kado si gabe kaldo olel la burden mobiot compliance burden yo si edia ka edrulin mobiot ra taxpayer lang alen sel el algi momes hindi kadil sel issue ra seguidel dong underpayment agidri kadila lomes al sum mangarnya overpayment to al sum mangarnya over withholding ra do them al mangarnya overpayment to them istirgegi del la me apply seguidel refund ar marigel lo da care seguidel overpayment e ovangela check
Tagi del chiral bodo la ringira February 12.
se dia sel 10% I see sel
So
imam
apply more to your above
Tiel above 15,000 marogul employees el morep trigel contribute el mora gel or adrangod blum to direct si claim tuition dirigi da dirigel assess elang gal trigal 15 medio adingur rogir al well overpaid that ma underpaid tungur rogir I say di dirigi da by the blood take extra step normally gila la adal mom ngel mo overpay they may apply hindi ko wasing by the lil kita tial sa den mesang mata assessor ngid make sure edo da tial sige da di swag del low ice
Laks mo dia. Makana mo twice. El gurren serga en blol mo do. La to da tigem moral ato kal bina kalula lo ase. Imdelim will make signing. Mang agi mo kayo ring sul rogo mal ko mo sa mariare mo wase tiaigi. Hindi ko na dia. Mga kwadi ko mo segi de ko mas kaulang umdasya arbek hindi kayo mo adrab no vela ol tisi. Umdasen kamo mo rogo de ure ka wase la filernil twice. Mo agi ko ra minir tiaigi de minimum wage mat sabel no ya teleme. So di segi. Kaya delgeta.
Agumra lo hace taragot en el floor argument. Don't debate me other bila lo hace. Además me o do dergel accommodate running wage. Gida from the national government and from the state government side of us. Priority and let's allocate the money and let's make sure it's there. Mugada يقول املا ورئيس او بدير هذا الورقه بنتنا state government سيد لا الباني ترجم لامران مو the rest هذا الورقه تلقى I said ما بقول لك طلعوا المسابره minimum wage set سيل بارون o sea, se otro ngari se uno cloud to trela house amla subi amla terdia number til wase. Minimum wage ideally should be $8.50 an hour. They say our living wage, yeah. Adol tirak laigel lom subra finance and what wase. Adol sugar shegir and sell what player on trail sell wila kani. Kadi do $8.50 an hour, that's 17,000 a year. The last time government the state government pero mo 10,000. The private sector adri nga 7,000. Mang house am natabdi sa loor, asena ta ukmit sa other number at 650. Lisel gida abdol manula to olbila se. Sometimes the pure more get mo 850 man over mo 650 muil. Di como me septial more get to mal maringa mo diam redirect. Yeah, you never jump or this stuck. Ya fu mes gida al tem madama mo seguir this stuck na se ti amani mi se clom della del morima. Poi ho entrato al vilo se bite sizeindi botte per radio national 75 cent diga tamam بدون شيء جدا ال 850 رقم الناس that's what the people need to be able to earn so they can live comfortably and ngara atsela bulu bela mang I hope that the bait tira mang one of course I can not tablo al bill ngara bill ra house long itu unir what to send the masenet e ko re bill senet la mara house doesn't matter what be just do something. Yeah, I think same here you know, here on Bogota say, also man marine at least in 75 cents. The one next year pass under 75. Just do something. They are nothing. I think and they are acceptable marada. They are very argumental blow and I think see that they are more help create really more marine. The blow on bus or other on the blue say. Well at the other raising three other attraction other blue now we have to pay them $5 an hour. Kada belum lama sih negatif Di aku say kita mau understand some things are systemic. If they earn more, they contribute more. They have better tax basically. They have more social security. They have more MSA. They have more HCA. I got rogul kita other bela ospe. Mung medo mesra arang lela geizar give do mesa ospe. They bol dano do se tigala dan artelo ngo sergi. Kita makan mereka tertel dulu. Mal table request earning setir eta contribute mortal el gido osperin mashara other bela. El sel sum gadi mititra udin ngario. Kita mbeno se sel moda I get earnings setir. Wa housing, I get other benefits. Nga alala anak na $5. What is it? Yes. But they're not getting taxed on that. Yeah, other belan, kira blene, yung mga order, mga attack sel aruan amount round. Mang cloud to tila continue el murur tel tax system rin mo tabsus. Ma abrowa neither o si silver round. Esel vol to ara ng neither tel lungan, mo kapakakto. Di sel sumuk tibitang ang neither ng ngobraro. Mang kada di al sumong area as percent to make sure other bela po transit. Sige da one of the challenges we have a pension fund. On siya kasi kami sa pension. And basically the tilong tiya ording ngara life support. So get there to the funding. SS adire ka din ngara life support integre ka no remind me kasi di 6 years akong bankrupt rin. Sell difference at collect 3 SS, sell $13 million a year. So, how do you fill those gaps? You need more people working. They need to be contributing to tax base and omgayani. Mung sell mo balance. Matigal may tayo sa uksyo lang nasa auto din. You know, we have to look at the whole system. Mapipiratan mo katamal di focus ra di trigit and lapis tiyat ang nila. Tukoy mong. Ako na yun, kasi atara ako, pero atara kinel. Siguro ako mo kasi activists kami example. Ilan silsa, angge kadamota kaigel construction projects at sa blue now. Military, yes, all the blue infrastructure, private sector. We're talking maybe $50-60 million a year. Along way 3 at 11 amir blue now.
Say your question.
Mlani sir kora technical difficulty riyet. Di rakora mesogal shell wasay. Ulum. Ikadang artial uldas wasay. The raise sell minimum wage other belang. They am raise do other blo. Ngara umda sang mata.
كويس يعني دي مهارة هذا وضع يقول
لأن تجاسوي
تياسول
إلى جدا
ده بيزنس السؤال هذا
أكلو
أكلو السؤال هذا
ese kita concern kita lo ase ali kita moru lia imora policy lok toma la tele del mora nalget e continue lo doro kran kita mora outside len kita temna mo tagar al sera blurir e shobai aso lo sigira yasu
كويس مو أنا تقول دورو رني هذا صاد رني أو مرود تقبل قبل السيا
so tulan sida te al modu qora tribal lo mo tertel minimum wage more understanding adal
كويس
umra lo sin cloud to tel Gida already ngari exemption, two exemption again. More are farmers, mtige wal domestic helper, fishermen. Gida adega exemption and they don't pay minimum wage. Tige wal exempt. Ngari ada mas sendiri kalau kita mtige ada mana ada share sagi mo per tira minimum wage kalau bola gima further te. That's a ongoing debate. And right now they're exempt and they amle plan se te continue exempt. Di ngari aku kuase wala chung mana ngari udah te ula tradi bro abu my god to. So you've got to balance the issues o mes di we know lo sea ser some close to tell gira del la muktu ma tor om miedo
do صادر تيال minimum wage ما صادر رجال يسقوا طبل فيها بودا هذا رجال تبلو هاوس بسنت تنطب لامرا ميونسي او من مالغ الملمي دوك لغو بلايت مالغ من ديرات البلغة غورا بني more concerned Mr. President أضرب له مفيل الواسين قول كده سنكيو ما قلت ممرضة ومدرس إنجيلي دل وصار المسكتي قالوا ما أدرس رسالة we can see الواسين the past يتل صار لا ما سأقول كده but it was true دخل minimum wage إلاتا هذه كان أقول أي سرعة الواسين لا بس رهوس على سنة الأمثلة تقول minimum wage مو أضرب له مو لين هذا بدين الواسين it's election year but tiang adora mo rarungude mo sebarangude base is de tiamukti toy maguk ngaringit el angaling butte mena sekyo oleng manal ngaringa something's going to happen next day el sar de la reorder el naborini seguida waso am adres ni edilevel sum semel mo wadil ya toy wase de mo prioritize tel tax tel blad electric el sel wa mo touch base angara ngayir priorities ra administration and bodomes
so kita understand the process or bira ulule igal la ase lo mura senat muru se lo mura house gire lede omu iwal ra senat emumrege mura house ede lo mu iwal ela seluk ngara house lo mu lendire lede lo mu iwal mura senat ede lo mu iwal al sumane akla garo sriye etmo adadu ese lo tergo clear final se lo duro clear mem gota sayin ela tege damla happen asena tamla rulla minimum wage bill tir mesera mera last year etamle pasari ro ngedero muwel o duro clear mora house mesengara house sel tasing senate bill ya house bill ablal pasira first reading ma ongero lo muwel edalo other senate bill teo pesel bill Bilang namre rulo muyole muro ngedero muyole tol duro khin ma senate mesel debgi kini ase ayam tablol bill are house bill mera senate are senate bill mera house كده اضرب له البان الامير تلو ست مره كده ase دي موضوع او البحث mo se bugin mema akora ase dire na taror mo ngasira supplemental budget tel mo te supplemental msen mraen I mean there's so many ways to do it it's just a matter of political will sel mo do ase ngiral magatmok le gadi se dikot mukli radi mren hala mo mesela supplemental mal mred magatmok len sel wase urgent adrab lo degal sorel ma mre baral mortir degal soda gata benefit ma pension and I think see the sense of urgency agiran ngarin mora o mas au dira aramo last time the raise of minimum wage let 2013 aknem da sa kadam campaign mre krebelaw dimle first 100 days en pasa igal tablo blay igodo clean mora a present mila sayri within the first 100 days on 25 cents increase for 4 years Say, time and we push it through. So, they asked
2013.
2013.
It's been 10 years.
It's been 11.
Still the past.
11 years now. And we knew, say, even when we passed that, hindi mo nakabol reach yourself, gida, amle, ulsigeri. In fact, I don't know if you remember, 2016, at Taramle campaign, sel time, raise the minimum wage. Even President Ramazadira say, take it mo 850. Alitia 2016. We're now at 2024. And that's why, we cannot wait for the EK to act. We'll act by making sure we have the money, the national government, to keep moving forward. And that's what we've done. Last two years, we've already raised it to $5. And we know, we should get to 850. But we cannot jump overnight, and we need to work together and hopefully they get the political will. Sometimes we lang nga thank you. Because help and incentivize amla mo time. I say.
And then Oidel, we were talking about prioritize collection of the whole.
Yeah. So we know that financially we've always had challenges. But most importantly, hospital, for example, La Marsa, Oidel, or things that are running now. We never have any money to do any kind of maintenance. I get maintenance through stimulus, through other grants. And sometimes we need to take responsibility. Digit, a maintenance part for so many years, our policy has been, we don't have to pay for the maintenance. We don't have to pay for all these things. So, I say, PUC, I have no money. I'm expecting to say, it's impossible for me. Don't pay the loan. I mean, we get the understand. I say, I get those parallel sales. It's not. It's about taking responsibility. Kasi lo a stand. O say, el somra bara 1 gallon. Kapera 1 gallon ito magiging 1 gallon maskaw.
Sige.
O say, di a difference tianga kapera half gallon mo say fill it up. Ala ka so dro ma trilo say. Tianga nung biyak mo gigit mo buet. Akla pera half gallon ka nga biyak ska 1 gallon na. Ay lo So, it's I think it's part of us taking that responsibility, and that's why I think we need to help all of us know. I say part of what the government does through taxing. Most importantly, help otros parents. So whether it's making sure that we have new books for the students, we have benefits we double those and we probably need to increase the benefit the special needs. The most important, you have to have a stable, resilient, growing economy, and then the prioritize and meet the needs and get those and that's some of the things that we need to work on together. So whether it's infrastructure, it's maintenance, but and it has to be about people. And make sure that our nurses, our doctors, our police officers are paid well. The starting salary bullies at $10,000 a year. At $10,000 a year is basically minimum wage. Maram ko risk na life for all bullies. Itim suko na $10,000 a year. So Abla Bulisa has 36 vacancies in LLCs. Nobody's applying. I'm sorry, kasabriyan mo kala tora kalam kila Mason then at least safe. That's the issue. So gira then make sure our bullies are paid what they deserve. And they're paid accordingly and we demand accountability, and we demand our integrity. Same thing at our sensei. We want the best teachers. We should notice that we need to compensate them right. Our nursery kita, adi degree a lot of times at the end up in Morambrigan because we're just nowhere competitive. Nursery mo are in an belaw, adi tingara skogira California at least triple o do there ang belaw. I mean,
Guys, mga brother nga, yung brother nga, President RN, nga Arizona. Long adala kalmang taki.
Yeah.
Ang clone gold.
Yeah.
So,
So-
baral to ko ilan mo na ko.
So-
So, mamira nga kami sensei. And mo retire at the motor contractor in motor couple of years. Sira mo ulo customs, sa potom mo ulo, na papeche ka na pukong ulo rin. Belum kita ko ringi, ting
So we need to fix those imbalances.
fix those things.
So one of the studies that we're conducting right now is with IMF and looking at wages. And we have to get the prioritize our sensei, our healthcare workers, our bullies. They've been ignored. I think more important, not only do we have to take care of the facilities, we have to take care of the people. And I think that, we have to work with OEK. Of course, I got process, but that's what we see. People need to live comfortably. They need to take care of their families. Achieving the Palawan dream. They don't need to go elsewhere. I spent last week with Pristine Seas, not Gio. Malalbak. Akmo makmalalbak ratuta, speedon me makarambia, press conference ang abitig, speedon mo malalbak lam tira afternoon. And so kalabang tira, sell wow, and masarandir, sa tiamrak na bukol blue, wheel blue, makana, sige, the more proud than other belaw. How do I ruling gigi than other mere belaw enjoy belaw? And mo understand was a part ng alam, agirem no contribute and more economic development ter belaw. And that means you need to pay your fair share of taxes. Al help problem. Girem tigal mama need to earn a decent wage so they can take care of their families. So you can continue to enjoy and we can live comfortably. Yeah, they need to be together. Yeah.
Kora omisetel naniya muy ringin nom sada tel celebration ga ibabang te element mo nga pamilsang
Yeah, of course, kita malumbra tokolo say education is important.
yes
Kita of course kadombra urelo runia skura yoang celebrate al 50 years. Of course kadamlong as president we need to support the program. Kadamlong oengertir I got private schools ako bring la kadamot mo. I'm not chairman Palau SDA schools for 14 years and I'm kindergarten and atirap chair and merela.
kaya ko meron schools.
Yeah, and one of the biggest challenges we all have in private schools is getting enough funding to run the programs and more set standard they're expecting your parents. So nga umralo sing close to tell support the private schools. And that's why one of the things we were hoping was a Jimmer tira momre. So kadamleas tayo kasi mem helper tir el gut muklea Jimmer tilen te gym auditorium and a place that they can use a continual not only health but it's a facility to help enhance a program or a school. And sometimes a private cannot do it alone. Government help by your private schools. Because at the end of the day, trigading altogether whether it's a school or private, or public, and it's important to do what we can. I got private schools this last year. I got them raised subsidy in Mortir by 12%. That was in the budget at Tel Nombre. So, for example, a school Ibabang gets 135,000 a year from the national government and help partir. Let's say a commitment was close to tell program especially Ibabang atong was lisira torakli belaw, maklabelaw. Igidam ba say ala kay hindi ka belaw. Kadi mo diwa Phuket kadwa ngara we're just another island. The unique culture gida. That's why when I was up at Ngaralong today, go pa close to tell like historical sites that's what makes us unique.
Yes.
That's what makes us Palawan. And that's what we should be proud of. Kita siya karang ito kasi game mo proud of Palawan. Sila may adal kasi girululitan mo Boracay mo Phuket. I'm sorry. We're Palau and we want to show Palau. We'll be proud to be a Palawan.
Malwaise ako te kutel te alle uri ko sila Mr. President ako ba direktor no sa may managel wasa radyo vela bato ka question sa team gil te al umlusa law do mga maluri ko sulil al mo tatenin metre maru ko isa adra bulu ay gal mirais dire kal man interesting en bato ka yigidal ger ora din mo tramilo ko basta de betam ko sa del logere mo isa mga la klele ada mo understand dire Mr. President yan TMC akaring ya migran buigo tira me awak lama ada TMC which is akatile te trainer ti dire ka sulil mo adra media ma dire kal kita mo dingel wasang sa journalism rigidar adra belaw sulil mo continue as schoolit tira audio behind the cameras right now mga mal bla aske di ngil mo dito nga ulgul ko mastrin may gil ko career logere mo otang claim mo otio sa hotel school rubuy riger mo gana agari
Matla totoo noon, malikala gusto noon, sila alahat. Dinargi, pala school the senior. Yeah, marig lewar awa. If I'm not moved to the more to move with president, not. Which is still run this PhD.
Hindi, malu. Yan, Tokora, PTGS. Tax refund is something that's not new to Palam. In fact, Munmura, 27 years ago, Blura Blulada recommended Marigidro say the current tax system in Mawanga inefficient, unfair, actually it taxes the lowest income earners more. Ngirul revise and reform the tax system. So it started in 1997. There was recommendations made. There was even a task force in 2007. Temela, President Ramasal, and President was say we need to do the tax reform. It didn't happen. More 2013, I was senator at the time. And tax reform because it needed to happen. In fact, under the compact, when signing a president to review, and they will say, Abela following recommendations to the IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund, World Bank, my ADB, my economist at Hepburn, which is the USDA graduate school, sell develop economic policies. So, Leutuir say say we have to reform the system. Ni sela manlo rulil was saying it's a must that the mutual avoiding. Sera 2020, a President Ramasao bol sign sell ADB loan. So ADB loan adingilul fund during COVID. We got $120 million to keep the government going and taking care of other vela. Apart the conditional loan, I say you need to do tax reform. So there's two things. One, kita to go back on our agreement. But moral was say this is a much better system and more other velo than where we were before. So, by na maudol, lo si sa bromsan, mla nga sa ekrar other belaw. And to me, if we're going to go back to the old system, we're going backward. We need to stop looking backward. We need to start moving forward. And so, a question I say, are you going to go back? It doesn't make sense to go back. What makes sense is, so, if you have a more efficient system, if the economy is growing, and if there's funding, help those who need help. So, are we going to go back? No, I don't believe in going backwards. So,
Well, the reason why I'm asking that question is asking for the citizens that
oh, no.
complaining. But then I know your vision is around the long term, not the short term. In a way, I also agree with you.
No. I'm not even, I know wasn't question other one, and I appreciate that question. And giving me the opportunity to explain. And then I think there are issues that we should debate. and we should look at both sides. Sulang lagi kaya natin understand kasi we're not only thinking of today. Kita manasuma. Most importantly, nga kasil, bisa tutaw, kung ta sorang nalger, maraligan. What I use today, I should take care of myself. I shouldn't be irresponsible, use up their pension, use up their SS, not maintain facilities, and pass that burden on to them. I'm alive today. I need to take responsibility and do what's my responsibility. So, sumak madakrit tial bulul bela volusin mo it should be better than what we received it in. Not more in debt and deeper. So, sulang a weak question.
President ko lang kaya Ignacio Blanco, ako muli kila President Blanco, Melanie sir. At the senior, I would like to debate on the topic PTSD.
Yes.
I would like to ask you if you were to run again for president and if you are to be re-elected, if you could create more opportunities in terms of sports for the youth of Palau. Because I see sports as a way to improve the lives of the citizens. It puts them on the right path. So that's my question.
Ngari trial kumulo ase kadamal murura other bela ma ikala accomplishment. I'm sorry that we're in the 2020s. We're not in the 1960s anymore. Let's be proud of our accomplishments. We didn't participate in the Olympics before. And we barely had an opportunity to participate in the Pacific Games. The investing in sports is investing in our children, investing in our youth. One of the things we need to give them facilities. That's why kada murura gym. Hindi ka stopper sa murura pa sa gym ramions. Ang arbed kakyan arbed ba siya? Oh, ngani sel best gym lorurira covered. Time. We need a place where we can play volleyball, basketball, badminton, whatever sports that we can develop so that we can really maral mesasel talent terang belo. So sulang a question and within the next preparing up to 2025, we're upgrading all the facilities. Even ablilyo mga kadamo mga doril el model to ulra sel maralo basket tarang gal digim sa ulaw. We have to provide facilities so that we're healthy. And as sports teach us the good values of sportsmanship, teamwork, endurance, and madureng. Help and keep us healthy. Wrangle top 10 or NCD. And a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. So, sula.
Gawin sula.
President.
Mulvet di mulai di mobil muska 2 minutes sa direktor may gabuk ka som mo mereka Mr. President pokoknya di mo dalu mo gel na do swell mo mereka di kasmera toksor gitu ma
I see. Daka man sulang abi rak mal din mo tulo melek li osi agel the announcement do south February 12 almost 16. Kalau melatta bada su del wasing Munes Community Center and the glamesra tel wasing el first day bora chim med qat maklisel ngora motrivel ke baka klebe travel class
national gym
paise para national chip say 15,000 trigel mom sugar sell 15,000 sel refund trigel mil sugar 15,000 medio at sung mom sugar ngi hindi ka bulgon fill a form hindi ka bulgon apply kamal di mer segil disbursement time a place otta ID gilem loba valid ID government issued of lo sel passport and driver's license mer the maska form of filling mas ngachir gid lo malat ko sen di mer red o main gid man sulam
sulang Elway sulang Viera for joining us today. Look, ada do girala tingala government trigid tia government trigid ro hindi nga palmera sulir trial terol ngasa. Oh, and that's our future. That's why we're here. That's why we work every day. That's what inspires us to get up. Marudol mga question active, and you know, close to tela rather blue below the yun say, kita kada magrar al sila government tir. You know, we have to be accountable, and that's what the media does. It holds us accountable. Mura rather blue. Makbring asuliw ateal. Mau next sel boda do.
yes
Sulang.
okay Maka tsu mo ise roman sulang buk mo sumil tunin ko dia tsu maningan mutel ko makailgeran somil mo matala henziringi ko mo la financial 488
488-2702 113303.
ani kita aden wa ko de kaman sulang Mr. President dire kalmalo ay sula se anytime kanya wa kita mo close to tele please emirati FC le kumadange director wasya aro other belaw ela matri mga wakla ni tal Valentine's Day brand name
Ah, right.
mali borwek de selte me kaman sulang amahok next